Laube runs into his own man at the 28 and spun down there as we go down to A.J.
Every game going forward, if they want to maintain their standard of play and accomplish their goals of a division crown and a postseason run.
Field on first down and 10. Play action for Geno Smith. And taking a deep shot down the field, incomplete. He was in last week's shutout loss in Philadelphia, out with both a back and right shoulder injury. But he went through
to try to hit a deep shot over top.
Empty backfield on second down and 10. Geno chased out of the pocket. And Smith will throw applying the pressure for the Texans defense. Stage of the season for Las Vegas where they are. Smith throwing incomplete. Was looking for Jack Besh. And a very
pocket of the receiver. He was in his hip pocket, front pocket, you name it. He essentially ran the route
14-yard line. Knoll is tackled at the 24. A 52-yard punt. Better than 75% of his passes to go along with 3 touchdowns.
Jason alluded, talked necessarily things he hadn't seen before, but maybe with fresh eyes, with a different opportunity. How's this offense run? How do I have a hand?
Injuries, so Nick Chubb starts in the backfield. On first down, Stroud has all day, and he fires toward the sideline.
Because 2 officials saw it differently and then had a conversation about it, and one was a little more emphatic than the other. Dragged it, but also remember what was the call on the field? Incomplete pass. I'm not sure there's enough there to change that one.
And this is a pitch. And it's Jordan, who had that big breakout game a week up, will try to pick up the slack without Marks today.
And that's where they want to get going. They've realized, as this look for Nick Chubb and Jordan to be able to carry the load and a lot of runs outside the tackles this afternoon.
Stroud looking left. Here comes the pressure. Gets rid of it and completes it for a first down. Third down.
And how about the opportunity here for C.J. Stroud in terms of manipulating the pocket? That's a security blanket. He knows where he is at all times and knows how to get it to him.
Stroud back to the air and that is a new franchise record for a tight end. He had been tied with Owen Daniels. They run it here with Nick Chubb right up the middle. And Max.
Times when CJ drops back, he's not the first option in his read. It's as he's going through. It's when he's scrambling and buying time.
Another 3rd and long situation, 3rd and 8. Here comes the blitz. Stroud standing in the pocket, throws, and it's incomplete.
Graham, the defensive coordinator of the Las Vegas Raiders, they haven't brought a ton of pressure this season. He typically lives in that world. But early, hey, we're coming after you, and it's not going to be an easy day.
Tommy Townsend punting to Alex Bachman, who missed the last 2 games with a thumb for Las Vegas. And they give it to Trey Tucker with Bowers blocking ahead. Tucker shoved out of bounds by
game and in the pass game.
There's Ashton Genty on the ground, and he is going to be just short of a.
Talk about the struggles he's going through. Jason, you've watched a lot of tape. Is it Ashton Genty, or is he not getting enough?
3rd down and 1. Geno is intercepted. It's Derek Stingley on the return. Stingley with a touchdown.
Pressure from Hunter, but just a miscommunication and a bad throw by Geno Smith. The play's not there. Throw it away. But
Sauce flash faster. The Stingley Jr. lately, he's been the guy.
Extra point by Laube on the return. Hit hard and taken down. So Geno Smith now tied for the most interceptions in the NFL with Tua Tagovailoa and Ashton Genty.
At the risk of piling on, that's his 46th since inside into the crowd of red.
Genty. Good job by Ashton Genty, and that is why.
Offense number 66, that's a 10-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Jace cuts back. Then he's able to come back across, gets back to the outside. That's the vision, and that's the ability and the agility. Those jump, he can be special. Can you build enough around him? Can you build an offensive line to open up those holes and get him to the second?
21-yard run wiped out by the penalty on Parham, and they go back to Genty. And we're going to go. Pressure coming, Gino, and it is caught along the sideline by Bowers. Let's see where they spot him. Or he's trying to challenge the spot. The flag didn't come down in the field of play.
On the field that it was a first down. Timeout.
So the field stands. So on 4th down, the Raiders will punt with Noel back deep. And calling for a fair catch. Gene, this was a tight one.
Really tight one, and I think if you see that good shot there with that right foot sliding out when Brock Bowers, I think they adjusted the football a little, but still short of the line to gain. Just not clear and obvious for them to be able to award a first down.
Jeopardy.
Gene, thank you very much. On 1st down, Stroud to the air, and a little wild with that pass.
And Jason and Andrew, it doesn't matter who we talk to, they all said the exact same thing. You better identify where number 98 is. Yep. Max Crosby.
Stroud, quick pass. Collins has this one. And tackled immediately by Eric Stokes.
You want to watch and see how much Nick Caley, the offensive coordinator for the Houston Texans, how much they put Nico Collins opposite Eric Stokes.
And Stokes on the bottom of your screen here on 3rd down and 4. Stroud looking that way, now comes back left, throwing deep down the field and incomplete.
He was looking at both of these two guys, and one-on-one right there completely jammed him up. It wasn't there. Now it forces C.J. Stroud to go to the field and just put one.
And Bachman from the 25. Trying to get to the outside, turns the corner at the 30, cuts it back. Block against Las Vegas, so they push him back all the way to the 20-yard line on 1st down. Geno Smith to Mayer. Petrie's there.
From the ankle injury allows him to get into these sets. And with the way Bowers is going to be defended with multiple people, this may.
Mayer picked up the 1st down. Genty and Petrie is there. Division. 2nd down and 9. Geno's pass popped up in the air and incomplete.
Number 24, that's a spot foul in the attic. 1st down.
That goes against Stingley.
And he's riding him on that one. I guess by letter of the law. There's Matt Burke, the defensive coordinator. D'Amico Ryans in when they feel it. But at times, they'll get back off of the pressure. Standard 3-4 man rush, and they get to it.
Las Vegas a week ago in Philadelphia when Kenny Pickett started for the injured Smith. This is Tucker. Great speed, but a great
edge and trying to get outside. In the past game, we've seen a lot of boots from Geno Smith. The second time on an end around, we saw them try to get outside. This is
Daniil Hunter on the field. Avoid the edges at all costs.
Here's Bowers reeling it in at the 40, trying to fight
his flowing ability, right, of the Texans against themselves with these reverses and counter type plays.
3rd down and 1. Genty up the middle. And Genty doesn't get there. It's 4th down, and Pete Carroll once again keeping the offense on the field.
Watch E.J. Speed come through this gap. One-on-one and downhill. Excellent job by E.J. Speed.
I would not run the ball in. He's trying to draw him. I don't think they're going to run this.
Does not have a lot of great success on 4th down this year. 2nd worst in the NFL. It's just 36%.
And just filled it in. It was right there.
Noel is the deep man, fielding it at the 12. Noel with a flat.
Return, holding, receiving team number 42. That's a 10-yard penalty. 1st down, Houston.
Doing early, see if they get to it, trying to run it a little more.
Here's Jordan. And Eric Stokes makes the tackle after a gain of 1.
Jake Andrews, center, 308. Ed Ingram, right guard, 307. And Trent Brown, 6'8", 380.
That's being
at right 19 in 2020. 2nd and 9, quick pass, Jordan. And he is tackled for a loss on the 3rd down and long. Here comes the pressure. Stroud gets rid of it and completes it. Well short of a 1st down. Just a
little is getting done for the Las Vegas Raiders offense. The Raiders defense is getting a lot done. A lot of pressure on C.J. Stroud.
Backtracks to his 28. And now Bachman to the 4. Genty on 1st down. Genty picks up 3 yards. This Texans D.
And they have a standard. They felt like last week they didn't live up to it. So I think they came into this one fired up. And you see them.
2nd down and 7. Geno Smith Has some time. Taking the shot down the field for Besh. Separation in the catch. Besh inside the 20.
Charles, that was just a fantastic throw by Geno Smith. Because Derek Stingley Jr., you're going to see him
Create another big play.
Geno fakes it to Tucker. Now comes back to Tucker. He's open. He's got some space. Tucker inside the 15.
with you guys. It's leading up to Christmas. I could be at home with my wife shopping, and it's craziness going on, but I get to hang out with Jason for you guys.
It didn't sound that way.
I haven't had the pleasure of meeting your beautiful wife yet, but I'm going to take a guess that shopping's
Down
happening.
and 10 for Las Vegas. Tyler Lockett in the Raiders locker room. Get you an injury update in a second as Genty is pushed back.
Into the secondary.
Second down and 9. Here's Mostert making the catch at the 11. And third down and 6. Geno to the end zone, and it is caught by Bowers for a touchdown.
Played so well all year, and they knew the threat of Bowers. I was surprised that Will Anderson let him get the free release off the line.
Half today, and they had all of last week in Philadelphia. Extra point by Daniel Carlson. Pull back deep. This is Knoll, who is tackled by. They celebrate with today's top country artists. New Year's Eve live, Nashville's Big Bash on CBS.
Outside of the pocket.
Here's Jordan on first down. Jordan. Second down and 5. Play action. Stroud rolling right. He's got some room to run. He will, but he goes out of bounds.
Hitting his stride.
Third down and 3. Stroud over the middle. He's got a wide open Christian Kirk, the former Jaguar, into
Open and shows his number to C.J. Stroud. Excellent conversion on third down.
Texans quickly get to the line. Stroud back to the air, and another completion to
Running again. And let's see how many times they end up in that jumbo extra offensive lineman package. That's how they started this series.
up front on that offensive line. Likes the way they're starting to gel together, but not on this play. But Jordan trying to do his best. Finally,
Play that if your teammates are there, this is a tackle for a loss. Okay, he doesn't get him, but where's everybody else?
Stroud fakes the handoff. Now throws over the middle, too high.
And then the pressure that has been in his face. They get Ogunbowale coming across, and they fake it to him, and C.J. Stroud comes out. And Palomar.
Hard field goal. And this one, does it have the distance? It does. Fairbairn is good from long.
Best at what you're doing, win or lose, guys.
But that's a great point, AJ. Great thoughts about D'Amico Ryans. Incredible job he's done. Great report, AJ.
Ostern is smoked on the return.
Running backs aren't supposed to hit like this, but this is the second time we saw British Brooks come in and lay the boom right there. Mostert is coming.
Played well over the last month.
On first down, Geno looking deep and fires toward the sideline, nearly intercepted.
That was excellent coverage. Look at this by Lassiter. It goes right over the head of Trey Tucker, and it.
There's Genty on second down, across the 30 and down.
Second and long, and look at that when they get upfield. You're getting a lot of people involved on that play who are making way.
Stone today. Good protection. Smith throws. Bachman makes the catch.
In the 5th of his career. And look at him laying out for this one. Remember, you had outlined it earlier, Andrew. He missed a couple of...
Genty gets to the 41-yard line.
Continue to make hay with it. So as they give him a little bit of space, that natural playmaking ability of his has a
35 yards on the ground. Genty trying to add to the total and spinning his way forward. He's going to be a yard.
initial block and then the strain. So you get the initial block and then the strain of the offensive line to stay with it.
Talked about Will Anderson Jr. on one side and Daniil Hunter on the other side. Well, when you run the football like they did on first and second.
Tucker on third down and 1. Genty is stuffed by E.J. Speed.
Daniil Hunter, watch him right there in the middle. He gets in the backfield, takes 3 guys to block him, and that allows Kamari Lassiter each in the run game.
Genty has now lost yards on 35 carries this year, second in the NFL behind Saquon Barkley. It's a fair catch is called on the punt with 5:19. Woody Marks out today. Jawar Jordan takes the handoff here, up the middle. And Max Crosby jumps on him and is in position to make the playoffs once again. Not a fool to slip up today as Stroud throws on the run along the side.
I think a lot of it's been due to footwork. Hadn't been able to step in the
Prior
throws.
to the pass, an eligible receiver legally downfield on the offense.
Movements by C.J. Stroud and footwork and throwing the ball, as we've seen the entire time. And that's right up the middle. That's Jake Andrews.
Against Houston. Stroud, and he goes right back to Schultz. Stiff arm by Schultz. And
Charles, you were talking about the accuracy of C.J. Stroud and what we've seen from this Raiders defense, that they put pressure.
3rd down and 2. Stroud, touch pass, and it's caught by Collins. Beautiful pitch.
Ready to attack.
And back to the air for Stroud, who's got all day. Good protection, and now he'll just throw it away. Easy, and that did look easy on what was a difficult play on 3rd down.
It did look easy, and for the Raiders, they go 3-by-1 with a favorite receiver one-on-one. I'm just going to throw him a jump ball and allow him to do the hard work and go up and come down with it.
Stroud rolling right, throws. And
A.J. Ross, I know you're down there on the Texan sidelines. What's your sense of what you're getting from them as this offense mounts? Probably it's
Pushing up different guys. He's been very vocal. It's a very contagious energy along here.
A.J. on 3rd down, another first for the Texans. Christian Kirk.
It's the 2nd time on 3rd down. He's had a conversion in that slot area, working and finding C.J. Stroud and getting his eyes.
Here's Jordan. Jordan sneaks through. Another Houston 1st down.
he was facing, and because he was under siege, his footwork suffered. But I think on this drive, footwork has come back.
They run it with Jordan again. Now in field goal range. At the 30, has the one timeout. Stroud, quick pass, and it's dropped by Stover, unless they call it a catch and a fumble, which they are right now. Stokes down the sideline, and he's going to go all the way for a touchdown. Stokes is hoping it stands, but now they are saying it's incomplete.
Rolling on the field was an incomplete pass.
Yes, I think that is a correct call. He does not get a chance to get the 2nd foot, the football move, the 3rd, everything that goes.
First step, you got to get 2 feet down, and then the 3rd step of all of it is you need to make a football move, whether that's tucking it, whether that's a 3rd.
3rd down and 5. Stroud, incomplete. Collins had 6.
Drive, and Jason, I think you identified it correctly. You want to slow it down a little, not give the Raiders a chance to come back on offense. I'm very surprised.
A 50-yard attempt for Fairbairn, already good from 55 today, and this one is good as well. So 2 field goals.